In the last few weeks, I've been talking about coaching ourselves for success. In that discussion, I have talked about goal setting. I talked about SMART goals. I also have talked a little about the competencies that we require for maximum productivity. I also introduced a topic on mentorship. So today we will be going through mentorship, and I'm excited to have a guest at the Talent Insights by Janet Mwangi's couch, and I'll be giving her an opportunity to tell us about herself. She will give us her name, and she will tell us how her professional journey has been, and if she has had a mentor or not. And if she has had a mentor, what benefits has she gotten out of the mentorship journey? Welcome, Janet. Please introduce yourself. Take us a little bit about your education, your professional qualification, and anything else you'd like to tell us about your work before we get into the mentorship questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Polly. I'm happy to be here in your channel. I've been following you on LinkedIn and your YouTube, and you're doing an amazing job. So it's good to be also influencing and being part of the couch. So my name is Janet Mwangi. I studied counseling psychology for my undergraduate with Desta University. However, I decided not to pursue counseling. I wanted to do something more and not sit behind a desk and listen to people's problems and help them solve. So I wanted to take it more from an industrial psychology perspective. So that's sitting behind an office and helping organizations and helping the employees. So after that, I have pursued a master's in human resource from the same university. Apart from that, I've taken, when I was still in undergraduate, I took a few courses in counseling with Amani Counseling. However, I decided not to take that route. I have about 9 years work experience in human resource. I started from a very small audit firm, so that's an industry that I've worked in, accounting. I worked there for about 2 years, 2.5 years, and then I went into aviation industry where I've worked with one of the biggest airlines in Africa. In that organization, I was in employee relations, whereby I was able to do a lot of union negotiations, generally employee relations. I'm currently now in banking, doing business partnering in my current role. So that's a brief of my undergraduate and my work and my educational experience.
Okay, so since we are talking about mentorship and you are in HR, can you tell us what you understand by the term mentoring or a mentor? Who is a mentor to you?
So for me, a mentor is someone who is holding your hand, guiding you through work, through your, I would say, through your career. So they are there to guide you if you have any questions, if you're stuck, if you want to make a decision, either you want to jump from one role to another, and also how to negotiate and how to package yourself in terms of your work experience, in terms of negotiation, salary, in terms of how to deal and work well with other stakeholders. So it's generally someone who holds your hand through your career.
Okay, talk about holding hands. Have you had a mentor? And what can you tell us the role of your mentor has been? Have they held your hand? Have they helped you? Just take us through that journey with your mentor.
Okay, so I would say yes, I have had a mentor. You, ma'am, have been my mentor since I started working. First, you helped me get my first job, my first two jobs actually, as interns. And after that, I grew. I remember I would always call you and tell you I'm having difficulty in this part, or a stakeholder is being problematic, how I can deal with it. I'm having a problem with either a line manager, or I am going to negotiate a job, how I can package myself. You've also guided me in terms of which steps to take when I'm looking for a job, which industries. You've guided me on this is a better industry than this one, how I can pack it, and also advising me when I'm going into interviews. You tell me to dress well, presentation is everything, how to answer, to respond to questions during interviews. So I believe you've really, really held my hand in terms of my career, and to this far that I've come, I believe you as my mentor has really helped me. And also you seeing where you have, how you've grown and where you are. I believe I've also observed you, your work ethics and how dedicated you have been in your jobs. I believe you have also mentored me, and you have been a great I'll say a great
Role model?
yes, a role model. So you're someone I look up to. Yes.
Okay, talk about role modeling in mentorship. I have often said that what we do speaks so loud that people do not listen to what we are saying. And that's why in mentorship I introduce the issue of being a role model. When you work in your institution, you are in a managerial position, and you keep asking your employees to do certain things, but you are doing the opposite. So role modeling is very key while you are being a mentor. The mentor, yes, will listen to you. They will listen to your advice, but what are you doing? Are you doing things that they can pick? Remember, they will see more than they even listen. So going back to our conversation, other than the technical stuff then that you do, what contribution would you say the mentoring or the mentorship has taken? How much has it contributed to your growth? And then, other than the mentorship on your career, what of other aspects of your life? Does mentorship play any role in that?
So I'll say the mentorship has really helped me maneuver through organizations and through corporate world. I remember you once told me, for you to succeed in your role is how best you manage the relationships that you have in the office. How do you manage your relationship with your line manager? How do you manage the relationship with your line manager's manager and your colleagues and other stakeholders? And I believe that has really helped me manage my relationships with the people that I work with, my line manager, my line manager's manager, and everybody who I assist or comes to my desk for my assistance. And that has helped me know what to do and what not to do. Apart from that, I believe people tend to dissociate you and the person you are outside. They must correlate. So you must emulate what you are also talking about in an organization. You can't go out there and you're a different person from the person who is working in an organization. So I believe that mentorship tends to flow from the professional side, but also to the social side, whereby I know how I carry myself. Yeah.
Okay, talk about relationships, and that's a good part that you bring in institutions, in the marketplace. Whether you are a corporate person or you're in entrepreneurship, relationships are good to keep, and it's extremely good to have good and positive relationships, because in an institution, there is teamwork. You help one another based on how you relate. So bringing up the issue of relationship in institutions is very, very good. And again, we hear that you are an average of the 5 people that you hang out with. So it is important that how you carry yourself in the office is how you carry yourself even outside. And it determines how then you succeed. Before we close this topic on mentorship and what it has done for you, I would like you to talk to a younger person who is wanting to join this profession of human resource or even a different profession. What would you advise them in terms of a mentor? Would you advise them to get a mentor or talk to them? There are many people that they aspire probably to be like you, or they aspire to be like me, or they aspire to be like a lot of your other colleagues who have done well, who are succeeding, or who are just starting on their career journey. Please talk to that young person.
All right. I'll say to a young person who is maybe struggling in the corporate world or looking into growing in the corporate world, get yourself a mentor, someone you aspire to be. This is someone who will hold your hand and give you advice and encourage you to work through your profession. And it will be important for you to do that so that you're not an island. A man is not an island. You always need someone who is older, who has passed through what you're passing through. They are able to guide you. They are able to give you advice in terms of what they could have done better, what they did that they erred, that they wish a younger person would do better. They have seen it all. So they are able to guide you and advise you that if you go this route, it's not going to end well. If you go this way, these are the likely or the possibilities of you winning or losing and all that. So, and then a mentor also helps you in grounding you. They ground you because they are seeing what you're not seeing. At times they'll tell you, I don't like how you're doing this. You can do this much better. If you do this in a different way, it will end up, it's good for you. So it's very important for you to get a mentor in your profession, just so that they guide you and they tell you the do's and don'ts of corporate and how to go further in your career. Yeah.
Before you go, tell us, how does your future look like in career? How do you see yourself in 5, say 10 years?
Yeah.
Now you are a HR business partner in a bank.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank
by the
you.
way. You're almost doing a year?
Yes. I've done 1 year, about 2-3 months, yes.
Very good. So tell me, what do you see yourself doing in the next 5-10 years? Okay. Are you remaining in HR, or do you feel like the bank is pulling you some other direction?
So I would still like to end up in human resource or business or people and culture. Nowadays, it has evolved to people and culture. So I see myself being ahead in an organization for people and culture. I dare to dream, and I'm very intentional with my career and fronting it forward, and I take audacious moves in terms of my career. So I see myself in 5 years leading a team and just guiding them, and also mentoring young people. And you remember I did counseling, psychology. When I was younger, I didn't think it would be a field that I would want to pursue. But right now, more and more, I'm more convinced that I will end up doing counseling, either family therapy or child therapy or something. I'm just thinking that I might end up also in counseling.
Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to visit the Talent Insights Couch. We look forward to having you here again. and wish you all the best in the future endeavors.
Yeah.
And have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay, as you have heard from Janet, she has had a mentor and she has grown. Now with 9 years, she's already at a bank as a HR business partner. And you've heard she has dreams to even head a people and culture unit. In our careers, we must be intentional. A mentor will hold your hand, like she said. They will advise you. They'll tell you what they did and they failed. And they will also tell you what you should do to grow a little faster. And this is what we will be discussing at Talent Insights Couch. So be on the lookout for other discussions such as this. This has been your host, Janet Mwangi. Be on the lookout for more discussions like this. Thank you.